morning, afternoon, fantastic. It is Sunday and my name is Kai, and this week's topic is transitioning in high school. I am beyond stoked that this is one of our topics because this is something I can talk to you a lot about. Also, one of the top messages I get from people is how do I come out to my school, and I'm a high school as well and I'm trans, what do I do? So I'm going to talk to you about my personal high school experience and a few tips I want to give you. Yay! I'm so excited this is a topic. Alright, so as far as my high school experience, it's very, very different than how most trans people describe their high school experience. A lot of people say they had negative experience, either through bullying or their administration not being supportive. I, however, go to the best high school I think ever. And I mean, it's amazing. I go to a very, very liberal art school. Probably 95% of the people there are LGBT. So as far as that, there isn't a problem with bullying at our school or discrimination. It's a very, very open-minded place, and I'm very, very fortunate. So coming out at my school. So I came out to my mom. She was the first person I came out to. And I came out to all my friends, and none of my friends had a problem with it. So the first thing I did was changing my name. And what I would do is I wasn't ready to come out to the administration, mainly because I wasn't just ready to come out to most people. And I would start writing my name as Kai on all my papers. The next thing, I think the reason so I started writing Kai on all my papers, and my friends were referring to me as he, which got the teachers kind of suspicious. They're like, what's going on? This kid, it keeps being referred to as he. So then one of my teachers came up to me and was like, are you going by Kai now? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, no problem. Okay, cool. And then there was but I still wasn't ready to come out to my class per se. Not because I didn't think that they would be supportive in any way. I just didn't want to. So then my mom had a parent-teacher meeting with my teachers just to talk about where my grades were and everything. And she used he, him pronouns when referring to me. And my teachers were trying to avoid pronouns. That's what I requested them to do, just not ever use pronouns if possible, which is a little awkward because they kept referring to me as Kai instead of using a pronoun. It's like, Kai this, Kai that, Kai that. So then, my mom had a meeting with them, and they're like, what pronouns do we use? And I was kind of like, I don't know. And then later on, one of my teachers, he was like, hey, can I just talk to you for a second? I was like, okay, cool. And he pulled me out of class and he was like, what do you want me to do about your pronouns? And he was super duper supportive. And I was like, you can use he, screw it, let's use he. So that was the end of my freshman year. I was slightly using he, but I hadn't come out to my class. So and then, so this year, I'm a sophomore now. What's super cool is when our teacher has us all introduce ourselves, she says, is there a preferred name or pronoun you'd like to use? So everyone stands up and, introduces themselves and says their pronoun. And so I introduced myself and I said, I use he, him pronouns, have for a while, nice to meet you. And that was that. I just came out to people and everyone was like, yeah, I pretty much knew. Over half of my school already knew. Sorry if I'm talking really fast. I'm very stressed. I have stuff to do, so I'm talking fast. So and they were all totally cool with it. Hasn't been a problem. All my teachers refer to me as he. The next thing to talk about here is the administration. So this is interesting because this only came up a few weeks ago. My principal sent an email to my mom. He's like, hey, I didn't even realize Kai was trans. That message never got to me. Is there anything I can do to accommodate him? Does he need, a bathroom pass, or what bathroom would he like to use? What can I do to help? And he was super, super great. I love my principal to death. I love him. And he had a quick meeting with me in his office, and he was like, hey, I'm going to, what bathroom do you want to use? And I said I want to use a gender-neutral bathroom that we have because I just don't feel comfortable using the male restroom yet. And so at our school, there's 2 buildings to it, but at one of them, there's these outdoor gender-neutral bathrooms. And it's not that awkward, you go to the nurse's office and there's a random bathroom to the back. Everyone uses those gender-neutral bathrooms because they're just right there. So I just feel like a normal person, and he gave me a pass so I can go over to the bathrooms whenever I need. And that was super cool. And he also was just super accommodating, saying if I needed anything. One thing is I don't use the locker rooms, so we have a setup so I don't have to use the locker rooms. And that's just super cool. I had a great support system from my school. As far as some advice that I would give to people who are dealing with this, your administration and your teachers are supposed to support you. That is their job. There's a serious problem if they're not supporting you. So I don't think you should be too worried about coming out to them unless you know that you're in a structured environment that is homophobic or transphobic or anything like that. For example, an extremely Christian school that obviously teaches against homosexuality or any kind of like gender stuff like that. There are some schools where you can just tell that maybe it's not appropriate to come out, but overall I think most schools should be very supportive, and I'm sorry if they're not. They should be. I don't know what else to say on that. So yeah, and if you don't feel comfortable talking to your teacher, because I know sometimes it's hard to talk to them face to face. In my experience, my teacher was so great with talking to me about it. I still talk to her sometimes if I need to. Either talk to a school counselor if you're okay with doing that, or send them an email or a letter and hand that in, and then they can talk to you and do all that. So yeah, that is my experience with high school and all of that. I love my high school. I'm so grateful. And thank you all for watching. I love you all. Leave me some comments either about your high school experience, just high school in general, anything you want to talk about. And that's it. Maybe it's different for different places. Like I was just thinking, because I live in Louisiana, maybe it's different everywhere you live. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye!